Hi, my name is Bill Blair. I'm the CEO and Senior RF Engineer for PortalVia Inc. in Los Angeles, California. Today we're going to be discussing the loan summary for requested funds to expand PortalVia Inc. Topic number one is our facilities. Our facilities are currently located at 11540 Hawthorne Boulevard, Unit C, Hawthorne, California. We are currently relocating to 4236 Imperial Highway, which is right around the corner from our previous office, approximately about 7 minutes from the Los Angeles airport. We've been in that facility or that location for about 7 years now. The next topic would be who are our actual borrowers. The actual borrowers for the company would be myself, as well as my CTO, Mr. Rick Freeman, one of our major shareholders, which would be Mr. Cecil McLaren, as well as another major shareholder, which would be Mr. Oscar Martinez. The next topic would be what is our exit strategy. Currently, our exit strategy would consist of how PortalVia is underwritten. Basically, PortalVia is underwritten originally incorporated in 2001 with the 100 million common stock, as well as approximately about 7 million preferred stock, 6 million outstanding, and I still retain the majority interest of PortalVia. That's one of our major exit strategy. Our next exit strategy would include actual having a public offering. We're very close to making that happen. As I mentioned, when I underwrote PortalVia in 2001, I underwrote it with the 100 million common stock authorized, 0 outstanding. I obtained the ticker symbol PLVA, as well as our QSIP number, and we were actually originally listed on the NASDAQ, as well as I underwrote PortalVia with 7 million preferred stock authorized, 6 million outstanding. I retained majority interest in PortalVia. Our preferred stock are actually selling for $5 per share currently. Besides that, there is another opportunity to exit the company if a major investment bank were to pick us up. If a major investment bank were to pick us up, then they would basically underwrite the company, underwrite the securities, create the market, and sell the market to the public. They'd also register the securities, which would require audited financials, which is not a problem. We are in negotiations with CPAs to audit our financials. The next exit strategy or tactic would be a direct public offering, and that is basically how when we would actually list the companies ourselves. We would actually create the market ourselves via the internet, to which we could actually sell the securities ourselves to private investors, institutional investors, friends, family. There are some criteria on which can be discussed at a later time, but we are in a position to do a direct public offering. We have done direct public offerings before, so we are poised to do that if the case is presented to us. The direct public offering can be done through the website, as I mentioned, as well as through our transfer agent, which we have in place now, and that's how you would actually conduct it. We've worked very, very hard to establish relations with our transfer agent and brokers, and basically the securities industry to create a secondary market to create some added liquidity and visibility for our shareholders, for our stock in our company. So we've gone over and aboard to make sure that our potential investors do have a viable exit strategy when that time presents itself. The last exit tactic for our shareholders, which is available, which would be actually the secondary market. Now, the secondary market is basically when you would actually sell your securities through a broker. You would actually open up a brokerage account, take it to the broker, and they would handle the securities. Now, the broker is not able to go out and solicit buyers for you, but they are able to open up an account and allow you the means to sell those securities if you choose to do so. The other secondary market would be, of course, institutional investors, and then you have the opportunity also via interstate offering interstate sales. You could actually sell, once again, securities to individuals who live in the state of California. And then the last tactic that could be used to liquidate your securities or your position in PortalVia would be to actually register the securities. And once you register the securities, fully register the securities, then you're able to sell them to the public. The next topic we get to, I guess we're back once again to the facilities. This is a visual of our actual facilities. The left image is the actual corporate office at 11540. It was also the staging center for the Obama campaign, as well as we prepared income taxes through our partnership for the IRS, as well as my for-profit company, which is Check Tax, which is a brand new franchise. On top of that facilities where our wireless communications node is attached, as well as our head-end equipment for our NOC is also in the telecom closet there. Now the image to the right is in our new facility. It's actually taken out our 11540 facility, but all that equipment has been transferred to our new facility at the 4236 Imperial Highway facility, and is up and operational. We are conducting business as usual. So the next thing I think our issue that was to be discussed was our actual business relations. So we have, as I mentioned, been around since, say, 2001. And we do have current business relations in place with a few entities. The first major one I guess we could mention would be our agreement that we have with the city of Los Angeles. It allows us to basically deploy data communications attachments, wireless communications devices to any and every streetlight pole of my choosing. All that given, it's very, very important because it's critical to our deployment strategy. It allows us to basically compete with the AT&Ts, the Time Warners, and the Verizons by cutting costs and time to deploy and basically put a customer on our node versus rolling out fiber and breaking concrete and applying for permits, which could take days, if not weeks or months, as well as be very, very costly. We basically negotiate easement agreements with agencies or entities such as the city of Los Angeles or real estate owners who have buildings of interest, which basically are high-rise buildings or buildings of high elevation to which we can attach or deploy our data communications attachments to. This gives us peering capability basically to almost to any venue. We utilize the street lights, which are assets which are globally readily available, and it's worked for us. It's intricate, and now you're starting to see them be deployed globally. Basically, every time you come to a street like corner and you see one of those traffic control signals up top, well, look real close, a little bit further up on top of the pole, usually on top of the arm, and you're gonna see another little slim little pole and an opaque rectangular type device. That's a wireless AP. That's my deployment strategy. 2010, PortalVia was actually issued patent protection for our 5G wireless triple play, as well as the Skyline, which we'll go into a little bit further in depth a little bit later. The other contract or question that you had or inquired about, or any contracts that PortalVia has. Currently, we are a fulfillment. We are on a contract to be a fulfillment team partner for Hughes Network Systems, HughesNet product. We actually install the product in the field. They actually handle all the marketing and placing the orders, and basically once the order is placed with them, then they forward it to us for fulfillment, to which we have installers to go out in the field and actually install their system. It is a satellite system. It's one of the new systems based upon Ka band, which basically allows broadband to be deployed in those rural areas to which was otherwise overlooked or underserved. Why do we also resell Hughes Network Systems or partner with Hughes Network Systems? Is because they fulfill the gaps while we're steadily raising capital to build out our network infrastructure, versus turning down orders when the customer will call to inquire to see if we're in the service area. We simply say yes, and we fulfill that order, whether it be through one of our partners' products or ours. It doesn't matter, as long as the customer is satisfied and they receive quality broadband capacity, then everyone's happy. Our next partner is Viasat Exceed, to which the same applies. We provide capacity to consumers to which are outside of our footprint. Once again, this is a satellite product. We have another partner to which we're bringing in, to which supplies our wholesale capacity, which allows us to compete with the AT&Ts, the Time Warners, and the Verizons. We buy wholesale, and then we backhaul that capacity into areas to which would otherwise not be serviced. Our product is the full metal jacket. We're about 10 times faster, at least it did so when I first rolled this out. This is one of our old brochures. VOver IP partner, that's Iristil. They are a Canadian company. They allow us to provide phone calls, basically almost to anywhere in the world at wholesale prices. Then our content providers, which we are in negotiations for premium quality programming, is Dish, EchoStar, Time Warner, and the Independent Film and Television Alliance. That's a group that I met through the Beverly Hills Country Club, which allows you to receive inquiries or content from independent producers and filmmakers who basically they need an alternative distribution avenue versus the Universals or the Sony Films or the BMGs, to which you have to pitch your movies to. And as they mentioned in the Independent Film and Television Alliance in the Beverly Hills meeting I went to, the major it's recession. So basically the film and production studios are cutting back. They're no longer making those 20, 25 films a year. They're cutting back to maybe 12 or 15. So that's leaving a lot of independents out there with things to do. They need to find alternative distribution and exposure for their products. Otherwise, they just sit on the shelf and they go stale. So that's why PortalVia is now becoming a little bit more intricately important to some of these other companies. who are looking to actually get their new products out there. Representation. Okay. PortalVia is actively, as well as myself, looking for agents to represent our products, as well as me as an engineer, to represent the triple play utility. It is a value-added utility which has been accepted throughout the world now, actually getting more notoriety in other countries than our own, regarding the triple play utility, internet, TV, and phone through one system via IP, wireless hybrid infrastructures. That's the future. It's what it's all about. Any major engineer, I tell you, the original systems weren't made for all these new applications that are readily available and prevalent now. So the major telecom companies and carrier have no choice but to change their infrastructures. And as I mentioned, it's not that I'm more smart than you guys. It's a simple mathematics formula. It's Moore's law. Capacity is full. So either you come up with the system or a mechanism to decrease the capacity via compression or intelligent modulation schemes and encapsulation, or you change the system, or you expand upon it and create a hybrid system. And that's where PortalVia steps in. It's not that we're trying to put the incumbents out of business. We want to expand upon their existing infrastructure to allow them to penetrate markets that they would otherwise not be able to penetrate. IR, investment relations. We are seeking investment relations for our securities and our shareholders, so that PortalVia stock and liquidity stays strong and is visible and offers our shareholders a viable exit strategy if they need capital for some reason. PR, public relations. We're seeking public relations for press releases, new products, our product in general, the company in general. And lastly, literary analysts. After creating the triple play, I actually wrote a book about the creation and my walks of life and coming to the point of creating the triple play, and it's done. So I need a literary analyst and agent to handle that, which we do have someone on who's working on. So as you see, it does say hired there. So we are moving forward on that. And I think that takes pretty much all of that. The next topic would be grants. So the grants, that I seek thus far have been from the United States Department of Agriculture. Why? Because I know they have them specifically for telecom and wireless companies. The FCC, which there's a brand new project, US Ignite, that should be opening up some federal dollars for small wireless companies such as us. Sprint has sponsorship, as well as a VC investment group that they work with. Motorola also has a capital VC group or investment group. Intel as well, capital investment. CPUC, California Public Utilities Commission. They also have grants that are available for infrastructure build out, specifically wireless infrastructure build out, Wi-Fi, broadband, and of course the philanthropic organizations. There are quite a few of them. Mark Cuban's getting into the act. Who else? It's quite a few people that are out there who dig broadband and dig wireless. Original guy Al Gore, creator of the internet. He's dibbling and dabbling in the IPTV as well as the wireless industry and television industry. So there's funds and grants out there. You have to do your due diligence on it, and go out and fill out the tons and tons of paperwork. But there is grants, and we are eagerly and going after those and aggressively going after those grants for the upcoming year 2013. Operations. Currently our operations are, we're building our 5G infrastructure out. Um, we're currently in Hawthorne only. Besides our partners' products, um, original node is at the 11540 um, Hawthorne location. It's comprised of our partners' equipment, Motorola. Uh, so that's why we're seeking capital to build out upon that and utilize our agreement, which we have with the um, city of Los Angeles. If we are able to acquire additional capital, then we'll be able to actually place those APs throughout the city of Los Angeles, and bring the broadband and the new technologies to the Watts, the Compton, the underserved areas and communities, impoverished areas and communities, which otherwise would not have this type of technology at their fingertips. And I think we all know that technology is keen. You have to have technology in order to move forward. So, as I mentioned, in 2010, um, I was actually issued patent protection, or PortalVia was actually issued patent protection for the 5G wireless triple play. We're one of the first companies and one of the only companies who truly understand what 5G is. So for about 2 years, people were like, 5G, what are you doing 5G? What's 5G gonna be? Well, I gave bits and pieces up. I kept back some bits and pieces. Well, now the cat's pretty much out of the bag. Basically, 5G is the fifth generation of wireless. Okay, it's based upon, it's a little bit more in depth, but there's some other things involved, like for instance, the 802.11ac new IEEE protocol, which enhances upon the prior 802.11 Wi-Fi protocols, the 802.11b, G, A, and N. So it's retroactively compatible, as well as it enhances the throughput up to potentially gig E speeds. So that's what we really need. That's the 5G. That's the future. That's what is necessary in order to allow the future applications to go forward. Currently, you hear a lot about 4G. So 4G, we have 4G through our partners' infrastructure. We bypass 4G. We sell their products, but we know that they need to change, and they also know that they need to change and upgrade their infrastructures and products in order to stay competitive, as well as to utilize the new applications and technologies and stuff that are out there. So 4G is basically satellite and LTE stuff that you hear about right now. 5G is going to be a combination of 802.11ac as well as AT. And what people really don't get is it's 5G is not just about the technology. It's also about your deployment strategy, how you're able to utilize that technology. Because even if you throw a gang of equipment out there, anywhere and everywhere, if you don't know how to utilize it, if you're not strategically deploying that equipment, then it's useless. So the old days of the Bugsy Siegel building, they'll come. That's long been gone in the telecom industry. Granted, there is a new revolution, a wireless revolution, but your strategies have to be acute in order to stay competitive. You just ask a few of the guys who aren't around anymore. Ask the guys from Light Squared. Ask the guys from Global Crossing. Ask the guys from WorldCom. You know what went wrong. Enron even had a telecom, a state-of-the-art telecom network infrastructure that quite a few people were not aware of, as well as energy. Our other operations include accounting. We do have a partnership with the IRS through the VITA program, the Voluntary Income Tax Assistance Program, to which we process over about 3 million tax returns a year. We provide free tax preparation to low-income individuals whose families' net worth or income is less than 52,000 a year. It changes, but last year I think it was 52,000. So through that partnership, I'm trying to establish PortalVia as being one of the forefront for leaders in network infrastructure before my involvement with the IRS VITA program. Wireless communications of tax data was prohibited, strictly prohibited, and I actually was intricately involved with preparing a very, very in-depth um, um, proposal for them to implement wireless networks into their system. And the following year, wireless was implemented into the regulations for the IRS tax preparation program. So wireless, if the IRS trusts it, if the United States government trusts it, if our military trusts it, and the quite kept secret is for decades, all the banking transactions, all of your retail sales and point of sales transactions, as well as a lot of your security and surveillance, was all transmitted via wireless. It's just the frequencies weren't available. It was very, very expensive, very, very expensive, and a lot of the technology was classified until now. Check Tax is a for-profit tax company which I have. So how the tax fits into PortalVia is if we can set up a reliable, trusted, speedy wireless infrastructure that all the tax professionals as well as the accounting professionals can trust, then we have a niche market. And there's a couple of things that must be done by everyone, and one of them is filing taxes. So I think we're keenly poised to take advantage of that market, um, and that's what I intend to do. The media. We have our portal. So this is actual PortalVia's portal. So if you go to www.portalvia.net, PortalVia.net, and click on the live tab, then it's going to take you to actual a live telecast of local broadcasts. So you can actually watch local TV programming through our portal. As you look over to the right under the words live, you see the channel 2. Then you see another little image, which is my tech channel, Tech Bits. So we have the capability of creating your own channel. We can create channels for people and place them anywhere. I can place it between any channel. Right below my Tech Bits channel is channel 4, and then below that we have a channel that we created for Judd McIlvain, original troubleshooter for channel 5. Then right below it is channel 5, and then channel 7, and so on and so on. So we have the capabilities, we have the broadcast capabilities. That is our media division. We can create original content. We can create we can give you the capabilities to create your own channel and then create your own content and put it under your channel. So we have a broadcast division, so to speak, inside of PortalVia. Awesome. Now, this is some of the some of our production facility. This is the music side, which can be used to make soundtracks, scores, or what have you. Then if you look up at the top of the screen toward the back, then we have you can see a little bit of glimpse of the green room or green screen that we have capability of, and then another set over there where we have the cameras and lighting to where you can sit up and put a backdrop or what have you, whatever you would like to do. Then you have we have also once your product is done, we edit it, of course. We have the facilities to do here. This is our full production facility. It gives us A/B rolls, our takes, you know, whatever. you need done. You're from scene takes, A/B rolls, virtual sets. So we can basically produce anything we want and package it. And once it's packaged, we place it actually on our portal. So if you go on our portal, this is, as I mentioned, this is my tech channel. This is an actual new video from artists. This is actually my CTO's son, to which you placed on our web. This is a little music, rock and roll music. This is, I believe, comedy scene we have. This is an interview with Monica. This is Ice Cube live at the South by Southwest, Snoop live at the legendary Apollo, and Comedy Express, which is a comedy show that I produce. So we have a little bit of VOD content. Um, we can do quite a few things from our facility. As far as media is concerned. Um, the last thing that we can do is stream. So we can stream live events, or we can stream pre-recorded events. You name it. I produced a couple events, couple comedy shows. This is one. This is a take of the Obama elections. A couple comedians, Ms. Roz Washington, and a couple of her guests did over at the 11540 facility. Basically, it was a comic take on the Obama election. It's pretty funny. And this is another Comedy Express venue that we started that, which was a host of stand-up comedians from all walks of life, you name it. It was actually done at the Normandy Casino. These are just a few of the comedians that performed. It's the host. This is a couple glimpses of the preparation for the green screen shoot, to which we imposed the virtual sets. It's my CTO, Rick Freeman. It's a virtual set that was imposed for it. This is another show I produce. Let's Talk About Sex by with the lovely host, Miss Starlet Quarles. MC Deanna Dupree. Guest Michael Norville. Wendy Berry. Mr. Warren. Trey Elliott. Melanie Camacho, BT. Miss Latanya Washington. So it's a little bit of what we do with media around here. And as I mentioned, once the product is all done and packaged up, we have the ability to place it either on a channel or via icon on our portal at PortalVia.net for playback. So I think that covers media. Next is engineering. Operations consist of basically myself performing engineering contracts for whoever needs it. Um, Time Warner's taken me to lunch twice to discuss their deployment strategies, which they utilize 1 to 2 days later. Uh, Basically, Wi-Fi offload, as well as to basically proliferate the city with Wi-Fi, and allow them to have access to pre-record digital content, which is also provided through their triple play, which is my proprietary technology. Um, let's see what else. Okay, last but not least is our retail operations. So another one of the reasons why we moved to our new facility is because it gives us a little bit more of a presence to a major thoroughfare, which is Imperial Highway. Imperial Highway has over a million cars pass by my actual office every week. So we're looking to capitalize at least 1% of those million cars. One, in the upcoming income tax season. Two, for those who need media services and streaming services. Three, to utilize the facility as a wireless depot for sales of all of our wireless products. So it's sort of like a threefold, another triple play, I guess. Okay, I think that covers that. So, to recap, our head end is located at 11540 Hawthorne, Unit C currently. That's where we actually encode the local TV channel to allow us to stream it through our web portal, as well as the VOD is housed. And our antennas, our wireless knock is on top of this facility here. The new facility, 4236 Imperial Highway, is basically where our media production and our retail operations will be housed. I think it's going to be a new adventure and expanding adventure for us to build upon some of our prior successes and to continue to build out PortalVia and spread the word about our products, the 5G, the triple play, as well as our network infrastructure in general. I think that covers it. Covers pretty much everything that was inquired um, on your loan summary. So once again, my name is Bill Blair. I'm the CEO of PortalVia Incorporated in Los Angeles. If you have any other questions or like to inquire me about the triple play, feel free to give me a call directly, 323-360-5334. My email address is BILLBLAIR at PortalVia.net. That's P as in Paul, O as in Oscar, R as in Roger, T as in Tango, A as in Alpha, L as in Larry, V as in Victor, I as in India, A as in Alpha, .net. That's Bill Blair at PortalVia.net. So I hope that answers all of your questions. The PDF to the actual portal, which was created for this, specifically for this, will be uploaded to our website. Those who of you who would like to have a copy of it, then just please email me and I will forward it to you. It also will allow you to actually have hard copies to the information, which is included on the portal. I think that's about it. I think that's just about it. This is just another sample of our product. This was our original product, the original triple play, internet, TV, and phone. And this is over 10 years ago. I developed this in 2003. So this was our original brochure, which basically killed off the DSL industry with the triple play. Um, this is currently our product. As you see, this is the triple play here, internet, TV, and phone. This we actually also allow an app to actually download your or play your streaming content or pre-recorded content to your cell phone. We were the first ones to do it. Now you see a lot of people developing the apps to stream their content down to the handsets. They're still struggling, and there's still latency issues to which they're gonna have to work out. I learned this stuff over 20 years in the United States Air Force. I am an actual satellite communication specialist. These are our partner's product, which is Motorola. These are APs which are deployed up at the 11540 Hawthorne facility. These are actual subscriber modules which will be purchased at the retail stores and deployed at the customer premise. Real simple. Ethernet jack comes out, plugs into the router, and it hooks up via DHCP. So automatic configuration, or we can pre-configure it. Or if you still have problems, then you can give us a call and we can arrange for a paid service install. So I think that about covers it. If you guys have any questions, once again, give me a call. My name is Bill Blair. I'm CEO of PortalVia Incorporated in Los Angeles, and we love to have you as an investor in our company. We're one of the new and fledgling companies coming up, specialize in wireless communications. And that's about it. Thanks for paying attention to my presentation. Have a good day.